Well, this was a plot twist that we did not see coming in the Amy Robach and TJ Holmes saga, and you'll never believe it. Well, apparently, their exes are now a couple.
Whew, there's a lot going on.
Welcome back to the Kempire channel, your number one source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. So I pretty much have said I'm done talking about Amy Robach, hey Amy, and TJ Holmes since their affair was exposed. We covered so many different stories, but I've seen multiple stories. They got a new podcast. They were trying to create a show around themselves, so something like Good Morning America, like their own daytime talk show. Nobody was interested in that because people look at them as adulterers. I'm not saying that they are, but some people are, they just can't believe that these two people were in separate marriages, came together and had this sordid affair. All right? And blindsided both of their exes. All right? And then started to really flaunt this relationship in front of all of our faces the last year or so. Well, in a plot twist, because I remember hearing a rumor that their exes had bonded over this divorce, only for it to be now confirmed. All right, Page 6 is confirming this. They said, this is the happy ending we didn't see coming. No. And I'm not sure if it's a happy ending. Because we gotta unpack what this could mean and what this could look like, especially because the holidays are right around the corner. Page 6 writes, it says the ex-spouses of scandalous news couple TJ Holmes and Amy Robach have gotten closer. Page 6 exclusively learned. So Marilee Fiebig and Andrew Shue, you know, from Melrose Place, sexy Andrew Shue, are dating according to multiple sources. Page 6 is told that the couple have been dating for about 6 months after bonding over the traumatic experience of being cheated on. Well, is it then a real relationship or a rebound? So according to the source, they said it turned into something else and they are connected over their values. It's bigger than the affair now. Okay. We also have to keep in mind that these couples used to spend time together, hung out with each other. So Page 6 says, we're told the hurt is over and the duo, quote, has moved on. They're not heartbroken and sad, said a source of Shue, who's 56, and Fiebig, who's 46. Everyone has moved on. Fiebig and Shue did not immediately comment. So Page 6 reminds us, they said the new relationship comes on the heels of the Axe GMA3 hosts rehashing their love scandal on their premiere episode of their podcast. iHeartRadio gave them a podcast on Tuesday morning. In the show, Robach and Holmes insisted that they did not cheat on their former spouses with each other. The Axe ABC hosts addressed the allegations of infidelity leveled against them when they said the relationship was outed in November of last year. They said, we lost our jobs we love because we love each other. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Amy, TJ, we lost the jobs we love because we love each other. All right, girl. Remember, we also reported to you that there were other allegations about TJ Holmes and his intimate relationships with other women that he worked with over the years. Okay, Amy. They said, TJ said this. He says, to be clear, we were outed as being in a relationship, but everyone else thought we were outed as adulterers, being outed as cheating on our spouses, and it wasn't the case. I wonder what the spouses think of this. And I wonder if the sources that are relaying this information to Page 6 aren't actually sources to Shue and Fiebig. It's actually sources to Holmes and Robach. And they want to get this out there because everything's good. And they know for sure because children are shared and things like that. So that's probably part of the reason why they want the press and the media to change the narrative so that they can get a better job than a podcast. Shout out to the podcast. Podcast is not a bad job, but for them that were on national television, on ABC, the land of Disney, and one step away from the main show, Good Morning America, and they worked and climbed their way up the ladder, clawing and sleeping with, allegedly. Hey, Amy. Just saying. So insiders insist to Page Six that the alleged affair was a major factor for the pair's respective divorces, quote, no matter how they try to spin it. All right? For example, sources said it's no coincidence that Robach, who's 50, posted photos with Shue on vacation in Greece, July of 2022. 3 months before her relationship with Holmes was exposed. And as for Holmes, sources told us that he and Fiebig were still very much together when they celebrated his birthday in the Bahamas that August, and apparently were working on their relationship because he had cheated before, allegedly. So, in fact, Page Six were told it was there that she found a not professional birthday card from Robach that addressed him as my love. But I also feel like, and this is what we love to do here on the channel, if you're just discovering our channel, this is what we love to do, is break down this fourth wall when it comes to celebrity media. And these are two journalists, so they know how to manipulate the narrative. So I wouldn't be surprised that their publicists, are trying to manipulate this, because at the end of the day, they want to take this podcast and maybe get their own daytime talk show. And I'm not saying it's impossible, because a lot of you said that you used to watch GMA3 and loved them. Sidebar, if you still love them and you want to see them on a daytime talk show, let me know in the comment section. So Page Six says the alleged love note further read that they needed to find a way to be together. Former colleagues of ABC buzzed about the romance for years, sources allege, but Robach and Holmes both have denied they were more than friends before 2022. We both at that point were in divorce proceedings, Holmes said on their podcast, but Marilee and Andrew had their suspicions. People at ABC were talking about it. It was all confirmed last summer, a source said. A rep for Robach and Holmes did not comment. Well, look, here's the thing. I do believe that Andrew and Marilee have, bonded over this. I'm not sure if this could go long term, but maybe they don't care. Maybe they just need someone in their life right now to kind of get over what they've been through. And both of them can relate to what they're really. And they're not a bad looking couple, Andrew and Marilee. All right, they're not a bad looking couple. So, and look, Amy and TJ aren't a bad looking couple, but Amy, I would be a little cautious. I know you're in love finally. However, this man seems to have a pattern, allegedly. All right? But I just sit and wait. Guys, have you listened to their podcast? Do you think the podcast is any good? Does the chemistry read through audio? Do you be like, oh, this is great? And do you believe that they were at the end of their marriage and that this wasn't an affair? Some of you, though, believe that if you're not divorced and you're with someone else during your marriage, even though you might be separated, you're also saying that's not cool either. Some people really do believe that. I don't know if I believe that, especially if two parties in the relationship agreed to be separated. We're moving on with our lives. We're still figuring things out in regards to the divorce or in the middle of a divorce. So as long as people are honest in that, and the same goes for like any sort of like open relation, as long as people are honest and on the same page, I'm cool with that. And I'm also not judging these people for being adulterers. Look, that's for God to judge. I'm not judging. I'm reporting. Look, I'm reporting. I'm a journalist. No, I'm not. I'm candid. I'm playing. But I have not been interested in TJ Holmes and Amy and whatever they've been trying to go, fish to us. If they were trying to do something separately from each other, like get back into news, their passions, maybe I think people would be more open to it. But everything that they've tried to do since their firation from ABC's Good Morning America 3 has been, let's do something as a couple. And that sounds to me very Hollywood. That sounds to me a publicist says, well, let's see if we can shop you as, a daytime talk show. I mean, look, there's a lot of daytime talk shows on right now that I'm like, how are you on? And it's not like these two do not have the experience. Just saying. There are quite a few people I think that should get a talk show. Don Lemon. I think Don Lemon would be a really great, because he's been messy. So he has the journalism background, which would be great for TV, but then he can switch it up and be messy. And I think that should happen. And I wouldn't be surprised if they're developing something. It just hasn't been announced. But would you like to see TJ Holmes and Amy Robach doing their own daytime talk show? I mean, look, does anyone watch? Look. Kelly and Mark. I mean, apparently people do. It's a top-rated show, but I used to love watching Regis and Kelly, but also Regis and Kathy Lee back in the day. I used to think Regis was so funny. But that's me. I grew up on daytime talk, so I'm interested to see the evolution of daytime talk because it's not what it used to be. Definitely not what it used to be. Guys, let's continue this conversation in the comment section. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Thanks for watching.
You bring the lighter, I got the fuse. You make a fire, I'll ask you. Follow my lead, just watch your shoes.